So you guys have been working together since first class, and I'm curious, outside of the script, how do you guys work to develop the relationship between Raven and Xavier as you progress through the films all the way up till now?
Outside of the script?
Yeah, outside of the script, just between the two of you.
Don't really, we just hang out and chat and sort of maintain cordial relations. You know what I mean? But it's true though, isn't it? It's like, we don't work on it, we don't have to, because we've known each other for such a long time, and the script does a hell of a lot for us. I think the fact that we've got a group of people that like each other, very familiar with each other, we check in with each other like once a year, whether it's making the movie or whether it's doing a press tour the year after making the movie, and then making another movie the year after that. It just keeps us quite connected, really. We don't have to work at it too hard, unfortunately, sorry. I'd love to say, like, we sweat blood to bring this relationship to the screen.
We are literal blood brothers.
Yeah. I cut my ankles and I rubbed them on her face.
Jennifer, you've said that you'd be interested in continuing to play Raven in future films. I'm curious what direction you'd like to see her go.
Well, I know that, from Rebecca Romijn's days, we see her kind of, follow Magneto. I would like to see her follow Charles. I mean, even though I have more fun with Fassbender on set.
I want everybody to follow
I felt like we were kind of going in that direction in this movie when she kind of comes back to Charles, and they both recognize that they have they see the world differently, but they've kind of found this common thread, and I was enjoying that. I'd like to continue that.
Now you have obviously shaved your head completely for this one, going full Xavier.
I went full-blown Xavier.
Full
Got
Xavier.
a full Brazilian.
Xavier.
And you're heading right towards kind of the same path as, with Patrick Stewart in that sense. So, I mean, I'm curious, have you ever discussed with Patrick Stewart the relationship of Xavier and how he was, how he's transitioned onto film? I'm curious if you guys have ever compared notes on the character.
Not really. We spent a bit of time talking about Macbeth, weirdly. But we've not really talked about Charles. Every time I've played Charles before this film, he's been a very different version of Charles than the one that Patrick portrayed. And in this one I'm kind of moving towards what Patrick did. But we never really talked about it too much. We talked about his empathy, and his empathy being the most important defining characteristic of him, and maybe even more important than his superpower. His superpower is really just an extension of his greatest personal characteristic, I think, which is his ability to empathise. And that was it, really. Took the rest from there. And I'm glad we did that, because I don't want to. He's got to play the character again. I've got to play the character again. He's got to walk his path. Right. I'm going to walk my path. If he tells me what to do one more time, I'll shave the rest of him. No, we're just kind of. I think you never want to tread on another actor's toes, and you want to have freedom to do what you do.
Right. Last question. This is just from the fans, real quick. Even though this is X-Men, they just want to know: are you guys Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Iron Man.
I think, oh mate, Team Cap. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
All right,
So
Civil
I guess
War.
The buck stops here.